Green and white balloons painted the sky Monday night to honor a young life tragically cut short. Police found Ashley Lockhart with multiple stab wounds to the neck and arm sitting in the passenger seat of a Honda Odyssey minivan shortly before 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning. The van was parked at the corner of 53rd and Chestnut Streets. Less than an hour later, 34-year-old Raymond Thompson turned himself in for his fiance's murder. Video shows Thompson walking into a convenience store before getting back into that van. We've stopped it before the attack. Sources say Thompson believed Lockhart was cheating on him. According to the district attorney's office, Lockhart had a protective order against Thompson, although the pair was living together.
Hey, this is your girl, CT Connects. Yes, it is me. Listen, I wanted to come and speak to you about domestic violence. I know that I've been speaking on domestic violence for quite some time. We know that the movie 17 Days, yes, the movie that I am in, just dropped on Tuesday, yesterday. It is a film about domestic violence. But more so than anything, I want us to realize that this movie is more than just a movie. It's real life. Go with me over to West Philadelphia, right outside of a grocery store off of 54th and Chestnut. So as we see, thank you to Fox 29 Philadelphia, the surveillance video that they received showed her boyfriend, who's also the father of all 6 of her girls, walking up to their Honda Odyssey minivan right outside of the grocery store that they had just been at. And you know, the thing that bothers me the most is Ashley, she took the necessary steps to do what was best for herself first. We have to do what's best for ourselves first. She did indeed file a protection from abuse order against Raymond Thompson. Now, the police department said that he had a lengthy record. He was very well known to the police. Now, that is not a good sign. Whenever we are getting involved with people, I know that we become attracted to the visual aspect of people, and maybe we'll say their energy or their sign or whatever. But, you know, I want us to really think about who it is that we are allowing our emotions to connect to. Because once we are connected emotionally, it makes it a little bit more difficult to be more reasonable and think rationally, and to actually do what's best for yourself when your emotions get involved. So I want us to make sure that we are following this story and applying it to our own lives, taking the movie and applying it to our own lives. If it's not you in particular, who may be Ashley Lockhart, or who may be Brianna, like in the movie 17 Days, or Tiffany in the movie 17 Days. But maybe you have a friend, or just like in the movie, maybe you don't know that your friend is actually going through so much abuse. I want us to realize that she did the right thing. Take that first step. Once you take that first step, keep going. Because if you decide to let them come back one more time, that can be your last time. That is her last time. That was her last time. She did the right thing, and whatever the situation was, we know that people who are verbally abusive, they can intimidate, they'll threaten to hurt us, they'll threaten to hurt our family or the people we love, they'll threaten to come to our jobs and do all kinds of things, they may damage your cars. But let me explain something to you. You have to make sure that if you go down, you going down fighting. Make sure that if you go down, you going down fighting. That you are going down trying to do what is best for you. Because Ashley did not have to lose her life. These 6 girls, they should not have to grow up not having a mother like Ashley. This was a mother who loved her girls. Facebook really shows us a true reflection of her heart.
I can be anything that I want to be. Positivity over negativity.
It's the keys that unlock the doors to success. So I pledge allegiance that I do my very best. No matter whatever the test, my mind's made up just to go an extra mile.
I won't lay back chillin', that's simply illin'. Responsibility is to be a better me. Go me, I made up
I'm gonna be a better me. Yay!
You know, staying with someone for the sake of children may not always be the best thing. I know that as parents, you try to make sure that you're doing the best thing for your child, but always remember the best thing for your child is going to be what's really the best thing for you. And what's going to be the best thing for you is making sure that you are protecting your mind, your peace, and your physicality. Make sure that you are in a place where you are not sacrificing yourself for your children. Because then staying together in a relationship, it no longer becomes because I'm in love with you. It no longer becomes because I adore you. It no longer becomes because you have these little quirks about you that I really don't like, but because I love you, it's okay. And I'm not saying that he didn't love her. I'm not saying that she didn't love him, because we know she loved him. However, she was doing what it took to get away from that abuse. And as social media, go to social media, it reflects it all. Apparently, she was breaking up with him, and this did not go over well with him. And so I want us to make sure that we do not walk away from life in this movie we're watching and hearing the stories on the news, and we just listen to these stories and we go on about our business, and an hour later we forget about it. I want us to be sure that we are constantly praying for people who we may be seeing every day at work, standing next to in Walmart, going to church with, standing next to at the club, at the car, at the, in the car, at the light. Someone in the car next to you could just have gotten their behind beat. Make sure that you are keeping your energy focused. You're praying for those individuals who need some unseen strength to get out so they can live. Don't despise, or despite, I should say, the effects of your prayer. You have power in what you speak. And if you really believe in it, you'll bring it to pass. That's why we have to be careful even what we do speak out of our mouths. So I want to speak to you tonight, and I want to say, I speak life. Yes, I speak strength. I speak encouragement. I speak that you would feel like you are surrounded by love. I speak that for anyone who is listening tonight or today who finds this message, that I pray that someone somehow would just cross your path so naturally that you wouldn't have to get anxiety in trying to make your escape route. The movie 17 Days, yes, it's a movie. Yes, we have, these big stars doing cameos, but please make sure that you remember the movie 17 Days, directed from Terry D. Films. This is actually real life. And this story of Ashley Lockhart, this is real life. Keep her family in prayer. This was just a life lost over nonsense. You have someone with a quick temper, very sensitive, insecure, defensive, not open-minded at all, controlling, manipulative, plays a lot of mind games with you. Protect your peace. It is priceless. Make sure that you are doing what's best for yourself first. Make sure you are doing what's best for yourself first. We want to make sure that we're praying for Ashley's children and the rest of her family. And I don't know why this is just such a touching story. I do know why, but I just want to make sure that as I sign off of this particular show, that you tap in. If you need help, the hotline.org, 1-800-799-7233. SAFE. Make sure you're reaching out for help, because there is help out there. This is your girl, CT Connects. 17 Days. The movie is out, a film about domestic violence. And I want to make sure that we don't forget the people like Ashley Lockhart, who are really, really suffering and have suffered at the hands of domestic violence. This is your girl, CT Connects.